September 2025 is going to be a jam-packed month for gaming, and to keep you up to date on the best releases, I'm going to keep you all updated with my personal top 10 list of games you should be on the lookout for. Now, these games are listed off based on how excited I am for them personally, not how good I think they'll be or the public opinion, so keep in mind this is all my personal opinion. Now, with all that being said, all the release dates and what consoles they'll be out on will be in the top left corner of the screen. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get the list started. And coming up first, of course, we have Borderlands 4. And this is the one everyone needs to know about, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. And with Borderlands 4, we have a different thing coming because with the mixed reaction Borderlands 3 got, we now have Gearbox looking back and seeing what went wrong and hopefully keeping the best bits of what came out of Borderlands 3 and mixing it in with what worked from the other games. And this is going to be the first mainline series game that comes out on the current gen consoles, you know, PlayStation 5, Xbox. And listen, this new entry with the new current generation of graphics from these consoles, what's there not to like? It's going to be a new take on stuff. It's going to try to reinvent itself and pick itself back up from Borderlands 3. And it's the classic looter shooter that we all love, but with enhanced graphics and hopefully enhanced gameplay. And it's going to be a fresh take. I mean, they have the gun modifying thing where you can put custom parts and everything. And it's only the tip of the iceberg, and I can't wait to see what's going to come. Now, following that up, we have Silent Hill F. And this game is definitely one that we didn't really see coming. And this could be a coin toss, honestly, of whether or not it's going to be really good or really bad. I don't think there's going to be an in-between where this game's like just mid. And I found it odd, again, that they remade this game rather than the other Silent Hill entries because I was a huge fan of Silent Hill 2. The remake was amazing. And it was so good that I want to believe that they'll do their best with this remake, but it's a different development team. And it's a remake of one of the games that is like not that beloved by the fans, so I don't know what's happening here, but maybe they could turn something that was not a fan favorite into a fan favorite. Who knows? Because with the comments that the director of this game had, he talks about how he felt pressure about making the game as good as Silent Hill 2 and its remake. So I don't know. I feel like they could do something good, and I'm looking forward to absolutely shitting myself when playing this game. Our third entry is going to be another horror title. But let's be honest, Dying Light isn't really a horror game. I mean, people can get freaked out and people can get scared. I mean, some people felt that way. But let's be honest here, it's Dying Light. You shouldn't be getting scared of Dying Light. Either way, we have a new entry in the series simply titled Dying Light: The Beast. So, I mean, hey, we know how Dying Light 2 was received. So I'm hoping the devs this time around, you know, remember what made Dying Light 1 so great and so special, and just work off the quality of life upgrades that game had and adding it into this. So, I mean, hey, just work off what worked, add in the new stuff that did work, and you just keep it going. And judging from the trailers, I feel like that's the direction we're headed. Like, I feel like they themselves were like, okay, Dying Light 2, maybe not the move. Dying Light 1 with some Dying Light 2 mechanics with upgraded graphics. Dying Light the Beast, there you go. I mean, you could become the beast, so become like an infected. So I don't know. Seems cool, seems wacky. 4-player co-op, that's what we all love, and I'm looking forward to it. Coming up on our fourth entry, we have something that is not horror related, nor is it a shooter. We have Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac. And listen, with Pac-Man World 1 releasing 3 years ago, the Re-Pac, so the remake of it, it was a long time coming. I was wondering if they were even going to make this game. I'm a fan of this whole trilogy, even the shitty third game. And like I said, 3 years passed and you're just like, damn, it kind of sucks that they remade the first one, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, and it's super cheap right now. So you might as well jump into that first one, play it, and then get into this one. But the second one was heavily loved. This is the fan favorite. And now you can buy the first one for a very cheap price and then jump into the second one after you finish the first one because it has a very reasonable $30 price tag. And listen, it's Pac-Man, but in a 3D platforming world. And like I said, many people regard it as the best and many people have fond memories of it. from way back when. I am one of those people, and I plan to get this game on day one. Maybe get all the achievements, something light, who knows? But I just know it's going to be a wonderful adventure, and the way that they took care of Pac-Man World 1 and gave it love and care, I know they're going to do the same with this game. Now up next, we got another entry in the Sonic Racing series. And, you know, I feel like we all kind of know what this is about. Sonic Racing. You get all the Sega characters. This is for people who don't want to pay for the Switch 2 and buy Mario Kart World. And it's also for the people who just want to see all these cool Sega characters race together and, you know, go on different maps inspired by different games and see different characters. Joker's in it. I love Persona. Joker's in it. So whoa. It's going to be a fun one to play with friends, and it's, you know, it's what you'd expect it to be. I feel like there's not a lot to say about this game other than if you like racing, you like Sonic, you like Joker, go ahead and get this game. Why not? Easier than getting a Switch and then getting Mario Kart and then convincing your friends to do the same exact thing. Our next entry is one that I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for, because, like, not because it's here, but because I didn't put it at the very top, and that is Hollow Knight Silksong. Listen, this game comes out September 4th. You're probably like, maybe you're seeing this video and it already came out. Listen, Hollow Knight is the sequel to the very loved Hollow Knight game that came out way back in 2017, I'm pretty sure. And trust me, I've been hearing the talks. I've been hearing the glaze ever since the game came out way back when. And now this one's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Listen, I personally have never played the first game. With that being said, I feel like I have no excuse to not play this game with the new release and everything. So I'll happily be giving this game a chance, and I'll probably love every second of it. I mean, it's loved by everyone for a reason, and the gameplay seems fun, and I just like trying new things, so it seems perfect to me. Jumping back into the horror genre, I'm sorry for everyone who gets scared easily. What can I say? September is a great month for spooky games, and I love scary games, so here we are. Sorry if you get scared. You could skip past it. I'm gonna put like captions, so don't worry. Scrub through, you'll be fine. But more importantly, Cronos, the New Dawn. Now, this game heavily reminds me of Dead Space. If that doesn't have you already, then let me continue more, like just speaking on this more. See, this game is actually made by the Bloober team. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Bloober, that sounds funny and familiar, you'd be right, because it is the same team that made the Silent Hill 2 remake. So already, you got good stuff. Reminds me of Dead Space and made by the Silent Hill 2 remake team. That's already 2 green flags. And the premise sounds interesting as hell too, because you're someone known as a traveler, and you must survive a futuristic wasteland and travel back in time to Poland in the 80s to extract selected people who did not survive the cataclysmic event that happened in the game that turned monsters into humans, and those same monsters you have to fight have like mechanics where if you don't kill them off properly, they fuse into like terrifying creatures and morph, like they get sucked in and absorbed by other monsters, and they just become like even more powerful and terrifying, and all of that just sounds absolutely interesting and fucking amazing. I feel like I'm gonna get scared shitless trying to decide, should I save bullets, should I not save bullets? If I just shoot him, I'm gonna waste bullets, but if I don't save my bullets, I'm gonna be fucked for the future. Who knows? I have high hopes for this game personally. It sounds amazing. And now we got a non-horror game. Don't worry, we got action adventure with Hell Is Us. It's a third-person action adventure, you know. You fight against supernatural beings named Hollow Walkers. Hollow Walkers, pretty cool, I guess. And this might be a miss for a couple people. It sounds somewhat interesting to me, but it has a very unique quirk, which some people might immediately get turned off by, but it doesn't have features commonly found in other games, like, for example, waypoints, quest logs, or map markers. Like, it doesn't have any of that. So it does not hold your hand at all. And to me, this makes the game a bit more interesting, because you have to, like, actually pay attention to the story, to what the characters say, the conversations that they have, maybe in-game items or clues. And you have to do all that to find out locations of certain objectives or NPCs. And it's giving me like a bit of this might be kind of weird to say, but Morrowind, like the classic Elder Scrolls games, or just any game in general where it's like you hear an NPC talking, it's like head over yonder. And then back before they had actual quest markers or a map, you had to figure out where over yonder fucking was. You had no clue. You're like, where the fuck is this? So you spend some time walking aimlessly till you eventually find it. But that's when you walk around aimlessly, you find a bunch of hidden Easter eggs and a bunch of cool stuff. And I don't know, it sounds interesting. It's not blowing my mind. It sounds cool. And at our 9 and 10 spot, respectively, we have Lego Voyagers and Lego Party. We're moving on to something more family friendly. We got 2 new Lego games, and I'm counting them as dual entries, and I'm tackling both at the same time because they're both Lego games. I'm sure we get the gist with all these, so let me talk about them briefly. So up first, we got Lego Voyagers, and to put it simply, it's like It Takes Two, but in Lego form. So take that as you will. This might be an amazing game to play with your significant other, who knows? Or maybe this is a game you'll play with that friend you're extremely close to but are too scared to make a move on. So just awkwardly play this game with her and allude to the fact that you want something more, but nothing ever comes of it because you're scared. Anyways, Lego Party after. Yes, let's talk about Lego Party. And listen, Lego Party is a Mario Party style game. Who would have thought? But big but here. It has a Lego theme. and you move throughout the board and you compete in mini games. And listen, it's Mario Party but with Legos. You know what Mario Party is. Don't lie. You know what it is. And honestly, I'll take any party style game in that format, the Mario Party like board game format. Like I will take any of them because this is on multiple consoles. Maybe it'll be crossplay, who knows? But I love party style games. And if it gives me an excuse to get hammered and play this with friends, I'm gonna take that. Especially with online play, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna enjoy it. You thought that was the end of the top 10, but no, there's a secret 11. There's 11. I lied to you. I said there'd be 10, but there's 11. I'm a liar. Sorry. It's a big problem actually. But yeah, I have to talk about MegaBonk. I couldn't include this in my top 10 because the top 10 is full of games that are going to release like on every single console. So I assume not everyone has access to a PC or maybe certain like console exclusives. So I didn't want to include games like that. But with this one, I'm like, you know what? I've been on this game. If you look at my channel, I have the, my top, like, was it also top 10? Shit, I should know. Top 10 Steam Next Fest games. That's what it was. I'm keeping all that in. I'm not editing that out. But yeah, I talked about this game way back when. I played the demo. I'm invested in this shit now. I am a part of I am putting money into the stock of this game. And it only releases on PC, so that's why it's here as like an honorable mention toward the end. Like not deserving to be on the top 10 list, but still kind of, secret honorable mention, number 11 pseudo spot. But MegaBonk, let me talk about it. You're seeing the gameplay in the background. You kind of get it too, but MegaBonk is this roguelike survival game. And to entice you all in the fastest way possible, just think if Vampire Survivors was in 3D and had funny and cool, wacky characters with their own unique effects and playstyle. So, like, they have a guy named GigaChat, I'm pretty sure. So just think about it. It's just funny seeing shit like that. And the game itself is pretty fun. I like the environments. From the demo that I played, it was just the one environment. I like the environment, sorry, not environments plural. But yeah, this is going to definitely be a favorite for a lot of people. I know people really enjoy the Vampire Survivor S games. And listen, it's fun to just turn off your brain and play this. Like, you're just staring at the screen, going around, and if you're looking at the screen right now, and you're like, this game actually looks pretty fucking dope, then this is 100% for you. with all that being said, we finally made it to the end of the video. Whoa. Make sure to like and subscribe if I reminded you of any cool games or releases, and let me know if I missed any games or if I should be on the lookout for some other stuff that maybe comes out in October and it barely misses a September release date. And yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to, what I missed, and anything more in the comments.